Test 1 2 3. Okay, new Terraria update finally came, so me and my friend Clampy decided to beat it. So I proudly present to you How to Terraria. Very serious edition. Character creation screen. I guess you can change the pitch of your voice now. Pressing randomize gave me a preset Muslim character. Anyways, we spawned in a world. Why is there so many rocks around us? Chop trees. Already get new acorn slingshot. It plants trees from long range. Clampy already almost fucking died. I decided to loot nearby cave. Decent for starting loot. Go deeper. In the meantime, Clampy was building a base. What the fuck is this? Back to caves. Fall damage. Break vases. Mine iron. Find Hermes boots. Mine platinum. Recall. It's already dark. Clampy forces you to mine clay. Karma gets him and he dies. Fight unwanted visitors with shurikens. Actually decent early game weapon. Clampy does it again. I do the same thing. Now you must start sorting items or you will regret it later. Back to caves. There is a mine track. I die. Maybe it's smarter to build elevator. Even Clampy decides to help with elevator. Mining is much faster now. Then this happens. Then we get ganked up by group of bats. We barely survive. Great success! First life crystal is spotted. Even more life crystals. Merciful euthanasia. We officially spent 1 hour in this world. At this point we made slightly better weapons, like platinum bow. This bad melee weapon isn't too bad either, but for some reason Clampy kept crying that his weapons suck. I was back to digging out elevator, and to be honest I have no idea what was he up to, probably browsing TikTok or something. At this point I was getting close to lava zone. I guess we finally know what was he doing. Nothing. I shouldn't forget to mention that there is a new crafting UI now. There is also a new whip called Soul Scourge. Seems pretty decent for early game. More life crystals were found. Wild nymph was spotted. She's kinda strong, so she was cheesed to death. Why is this important? Well, because she dropped a metal detector. That thing let me know that there is some kind of a huge dragon egg near me. It's basically a big noodle summon. Pretty cool. You can basically dash with that thing. Pretty fucking OP for early game, no? Anyways, I went AFK for 5 minutes. I sure hope that all of the doors are closed. Afterwards I was back to making elevator deeper. Lava is very annoying. By the way, you can spectate other players while you're waiting to respawn. Of course, I was able to see that Clampy was useless once again, but then he actually came to help with elevator. It wasn't for too long though. I was lucky enough to stumble upon meteorite bars in a chest. They were used for a reworked phase blade. Maybe Clampy won't cry about having bad weapons anymore. With new mount, exploring world border is very easy. There is a dungeon on left side of map. There was also an angler. And why does he look like a fanboy now? This is the part where we kinda start fishing for a while. Nothing too crazy though. Next on the list was to destroy one shadow orb. Because of that, goblins can invade us now. Honestly, at this point we are way too prepared for this kind of situations. Especially Clampy with a phase blade. So it was perfect time to fight King Slime as well. But somehow Clampy managed to die. You would honestly expect that we would go straight for Eye of Cthulhu next. But not us. We spent next hour grinding even better gear. Let's quickly show how that went. Find Goblin Tinkerer. Make a herb farm. Craft better accessories. Farm money. Reforge gear. Go into jungle. Life crystals. Kill local population. Find suspicious looking eyes. Die. Visit underground desert for no valid reason. Obviously die. Grind angler quests. Craft blade of grass, but forget to record the footage. Now it's time to fight Eye of Cthulhu. You're so fucking OP that Eye of Cthulhu deals 0 damage to you. Eye of Kalutu dies. Master mode by the way. Kill Bay of Lukatu 2 more times. Easy money. Quickly summon Eater of Worlds while your buffs last. He also deals 0 damage. Bitter of Colds dies. Average underground desert moment happens. But what do we do next? We mine fucking Hellstone, like we aren't strong enough already. Maybe it's new update, but this is still the best gear to make pre-hard mode super easy. Even more fishing. Clampy built this jungle outpost in the meantime. Maybe he isn't so useless after all. Speaking of jungle, it's time to locate the beehive. I found one pretty quickly. First, make a small arena. Dynamite is your best friend for this. Arena is complete, time to fight her. This fight is same like previous ones, but she's also a bit tanky like us. It doesn't matter though. I crafted myself a high 5, even superior enchant is on it. Great stuff! Perfect weapon for Skeletron. We just need to make arena over there as well. I mined the entire dungeon entrance. As you can tell, I like wasting time doing useless shit. Shortly after arena was finished, time to fight Skeletron. Fight is very easy, not because we are good, it's because this arena is very large. Skeletron dies. He doesn't drop anything good, that's not important though, we just wanna enter dungeon. We don't spend too much time here, because luck is on our side. Muramasa was found in the first chest. I immediately turned it into Knight's Edge. One of the best pre-hard mode weapons. Hellwing Bow was also found. Perfect weapon for Clampy. Now it's time to enter hard mode. Just a bit more of grinding first. We need large bridge for Wall of Flesh fight. Of course, more fishing and reforging. I was worried that bridge isn't long enough, so I extended it a bit more. Clampy realized that we don't have alchemy stable, so we were back to dungeon as well. You won't believe what happened next. More fishing and more reforging. Now I have around 49 defense without any buffs. It should be good enough. But first, sacrifice guides to local satanic cult. Then Wall of Flesh appears. Thanks to bridge the fight isn't too complicated. Just kite it to the right side. I barely survived because of high defense. It's hard mode now. Local predators just became much more dangerous. We need to visit corruption biome now, to destroy some altars of course. Thanks to that, new hard mode ores start spawning, so we both spend the next 30 minutes mining them. Of course, it's not an easy task. I hate grinding souls of night and light, so instead, I started working on AFK farm. It takes quite some time to build it, because you have a lot of mining to do, and not to mention how annoying it is to build this. Clampy also made this new melee weapon called Flint. It seems very strong. He also crafted new bombs to help with mob farm. They also seem pretty good. Farm was about to be finished. Then we got interrupted by Blood Moon event. First one, by the way. I wanna take this opportunity to talk about our classes now. I will play Ranger for 1 millionth time because it's my favorite class, and Clampy will be playing melee class for the rest of the game. At the moment, he's doing all the heavy lifting, while I'm sitting behind barely doing anything. Okay, back to farm now. It's finally finished, and farming souls of night and light is very easy. Sadly, I can't make fun of Clampy anymore, because I'm the useless one now. I was looking for a shimmer biome while he was farming souls of light. However, we farmed pixies together, so we could finally make ourselves wings. It might seem like we're progressing very fast in early hard mode, but I'm just tired of saying that we did some fishing, farming and reforging. However, it's worth mentioning that last important thing that I was missing was Daedalus Storm Bow, so we had to kill some mimics couple of times. This is a very broken bow for upcoming fight. Okay, enough of yapping. Time to bring back speedrun music. Build new arena. Sky Island is blocking us. Destroy it. Wyvern gets mad. Kill it. Summon Destroyer. You're kinda OP. Fight is very satisfying, so he dies pretty fast. Kill him few more times. Craft hallowed armor. Slightly expand arena. Fucking wyverns again. You already know it. Fight twins. Another wyvern shows up. It doesn't matter, twins die pretty fast. Skeleton Prime is next, same shit. Fight Wall of Flesh, kill it. Make Avenger emblem. And new pickaxe. Fun fact, so far we played for 11.5 hours, and Traveling Merchant didn't fucking spawn yet. Now back to hard mode jungle, very disgusting place. Start working on Plantera arena, it has to be big. Do a test run on Plantera. First phase is super easy, second phase not so much. Back to mining Chlorophyte. Craft Chlorophyte Shadow Bow. It's not that bad actually. Or is it? It's getting late. so I rage quit for the day. After 2-day break, we continued with our misery. Apparently you can throw yo-yos in new update. That's pretty cool. Anyways, we started farming turtle shells, so Clampy could craft a better turtle armor. He also kinda reworked jungle arena, while I was fucking around doing nothing special. Thanks to that, Plantera fight was much easier. It was still kinda hard though, but very doable. Okay, from now on, game progression becomes much more fight dependent. It's all about farming events and bosses for certain weapons and accessories. First, we turned our farm into artificial dungeon. I honestly don't need anything from them since I'm specializing in bow-like weapons. But at least Clampy got some better accessories and weapons. In the meantime, I made artificial mushroom biome, or mushroom biome, I'm not sure how you say it. That way I can finally upgrade my shitty hallowed armor into shroomite one. It takes a lot of blue mushrooms to craft full set though. Whenever it gets dark we summon a pumpkin event. This event is kinda hard at the moment. I hate these big tree fuckers. There are many good weapons and accessories that I can obtain here. I'm primarily looking for stake launcher and witch broom for infinite flight. We farmed this event 2 times, so I will just show you the most important highlights. Clampy didn't care that much about Witch Broom, he was more interested in Solar Eclipse. I don't blame him for that, he's melee class after all. The thing he was after were those large moths. Farming Solar Eclipse also didn't go really smooth, if you know what I mean. At this point we were once again way too prepared for the next fight. Of course, I'm talking about Golem. Both of our DPS currently sits around 1400. They definitely had to make a Golem a bit harder in the new update. We ended up killing him around 8 times. It was a nice way to earn some coins. Theoretically, we could fight cultists straight away and end the game. However, Clampy didn't let me do that. So instead, we agreed to fight Duke Fishron and Empress of Light first. And do you remember how I said earlier that Clampy did all the heavy lifting? Well, you're about to witness that. Duke Fishron is without doubt the hardest boss for me. Thanks to Clampy we managed to kill him. Of course, there was no tsunami bow for me. In fact, we had to kill him 3 more times for that specific drop. Next on the list was Empress of Light. On this fight, I realized that it's much easier to fight late stage bosses alone, because we were so uncoordinated during those fights. Half of the time I didn't even see her on the screen. You know, I just kept catching stray bullets, I guess. Then we kinda got lucky. It started raining, which makes Duke Fishron mount very useful. I was actually able to dodge some shit for once. I still died though. Thanks to Clampy, she was defeated. He finally gave me a pass to summon Cultist. There is not much to say about him. Just hit the right clone and you should be fine. We definitely didn't summon his Drake 2 times by accident. It was a very close fight for sure. Biblically accurate Doomsday begins now. Of course, I'm talking about pillars. You hate this event, I hate this event, your mother hates it, everyone hates it. I'll just show you the mandatory death montage. Shortly after, Moonlord spawned. We killed him on our first try, game was finished, and we lived happily ever after. Is what I would like to say. In reality, we got smoked instantly. It's not that bad though, we still had couple of summons left. If we fail that, well, then pillar event has to be done all over again. Second try was a bit better. Our next idea was to make arena slightly bigger. One more try.
Another one. Another one.
After that, we did another pumpkin event. That way Clampy can get Witch Broom as well. And of course, we were out of Moonlord summons. After 20 minutes of fighting Pillarman, organically grown Moonlord spawned. Was another Witch Broom really what we were missing? Nope. Clampy came up with new idea that I wasn't really a fan of. And that's farming 2 rods of discords. Chances to get one is like, I don't know, 1 in 400. And we had to make a new farm for that. It could take hours to get those items. Then this happened twice in span of like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
2.
Yep.
Rod of
Never
Discord.
got it.
Only around 100 kills for 2 Rod of Discords. Universe is giving us signs to start gambling. It's just what we needed to defeat Moonlord. We were left with our last summon. Tensions are high. I bet neither of us feels like doing another pillar event. Clampy once again proves why he is the GOAT of hard mode. Then I also kinda lock in. Moonlord is finally defeated. Our misery is over. It took us around 20 hours to beat Master Mode Terraria. In conclusion, new update is good. Even though we probably explored like, I don't know, 10% of new content. That's my fault, to be honest, I rushed things. I'll finish the video by saying, fuck you Clampy for early game, but thanks for carrying me later. Subscribe.